This is a really easy hack for the rear lights, cargo lights of a Peugeot Boxer, Citroen Relay, or in my case the Fiat Ducato. Standard factory lights, the little bulbs inside, and if it's time to replace your bulbs, you could upgrade to an LED, any standard bulb. You don't have to be CANBUS approved LED, which can work out a couple of quid a go. I'm going to replace it with a bunch of LEDs mounted on a self-adhesive backing. You don't even have to buy this particular type. You're just looking to fill the entire clear plastic area of the interior light. Now this particular kit that I got off Amazon comes with a Festoon bulb adapter. It is bendy. It doesn't stay in. Barely meets the contacts. Go over, well, you can just give it a slight tug. I didn't even bother reassembling it once I realised that this was so flimsy and rubbish. So I'm gonna just cut those off. I'm gonna pop this open. Just need something to stick in there and push it out. And on the other side, that's like a little pivot point for it. You're looking to avoid damaging this little toggle here. It does kind of get caught up in there. There we go. And what I noticed was where the bulb sits, a little hole. Same on the other side. So what I'm going to use, I've got some nuts and bolts. I'm going to thread those through there, clamp down the wires, and your lighting could be as big as the entire front. I'm just going to hot glue that to that. Not pretty. You could use something like this, or you could use some LED strips. 2 cut points along, just about fits. Depends how much space your soldering takes up. These are already soldered for something else, but you could fit in four of those in there. Solder them up. Might work for you. So I'm going to hot glue this in here just while I'm working. I'm going to decide which way up I want it to be. Little splooge. Now this is reversible because the hot glue sticks well enough, but it can be removed. I'll put that to the side. Let that do its thing. I think these are M4s. Piece of cake, really. You can use one to clamp the terminal and one to clamp the wire. Now to get at this one, you will have to bend the spring. And when you're connecting it up, your positive is at the connector end. So this one here. Good thing about this is if you decide that it doesn't work for you, just disassemble it. And this is handy because you can work on it in 2 separate halves. Gently reassemble that. Plastic's not very strong. There we go. So when that's assembled, a nice light here. It's on when the doors are open, off. Works exactly the same, just that you've got a nice bright light. Okay, we go to the van, we'll see what that looks like. Okay, this is the finished article that we just made. This is where it came from. I'll reconnect that quickly. There we go. Here's the other one that I made. There we go. Bathed in the blue light. Nice and bright. I'm going to replace the 12 volt socket in the back of the van too, because it's rusted, doesn't work. The connector on the back is the same as that of the front. Now it is very rusty and very sticky in there, so it's going to be a bit of a wrestle to get this open. Yeah, it's destruction time. This is not going to come apart, so I'm just going to break it apart with pliers. There we go. So another Amazon special. It's got a rubber bung on it as well, which I'm a big fan of. Very deep, as it should be. It's a proper 12 volt socket, not a crappy cigarette lighter. Okay, that's the socket in. I'm going to do the cutting and the crimping. And what I don't know is whether this is live. The ignition is turned off. I'll cut the live separately from the earth. This is probably a mistake. Let's go for it anyway. I have a lot of respect for electricity. I'm going to crimp them one at a time. Let's not fuck around too much with this. I'll tape that up afterwards. Let's check that this works before I start reassembling everything. Perhaps it comes on with the ignition. Let's give that a go. Whoa, it's alive! There we go, we've got a green light, and this fan is whirring away like crazy.